everyone, this is Sharon. Welcome back to my YouTube channel called The Informed Talks. Our topic for today will be about mental health and why people do not take mental health seriously, especially in developing countries. We'll talk about those three countries which do have the highest mental health disabilities, and we'll talk how as a society we can tackle all of these scenarios. So keep on watching, you all. Okay guys, so there are three countries which have the highest rate of depression: A, India, B, China, and C, United States of America. India has a population of about 80 million people who are dealing with depression, and depression can come in many forms like OCD, intrusive thoughts, obsessive compulsive disorder, which is basically OCD. Yes, we have that. We have anxiety. Anxiety is a major form of depression which is happening among young teenagers, adults. Everyone is dealing through anxiety somehow. The only issue is that we don't really know how to express how we're feeling. India is right now, it's a very developing country. It's developing infrastructure wise, economic wise, but people are not aware of mental health. I think mental health in India is a taboo. People do not want to speak about mental health. They don't want to talk about how they're feeling because the society is not that accepting of mental health. We can have a blood pressure problem and we go to a doctor right away. We have illness, we go to a doctor right away because we're feeling it. Mental health is something people don't want to feel, they don't want to talk about, because they feel that if they'll talk about mental health, people will not be okay with it. So imagine 80 million people are dealing with depression and they're not talking about it. And out of every 1 million person, every 34 kids are doing suicide every single day, which is a lot. By WHO, the World Health Organization, they said India is a country where they do not have psychologists at all. For every 20 million people, they have 3 psychologists, 2 psychiatrists. Why? Because people are not even informed of mental health. They don't want to talk about mental health. They think it's like a stigma, it's a taboo, let's not get into it. Our kid cannot have depression. It's a phase, it's going to go away. It's something like that. People don't want to talk about mental health. So in second part of the video, we'll talk about how as a society, how as individuals, we can help each other who are dealing with depression, anxiety, OCD. Basically, we have 256 mental health disorders. These are the only few we're talking about. So in the very end, I want to speak to you guys about what as a society we can do to help overcome depression. Out of 18 kids, 10 of them are dealing with depression and they don't want to talk about it. The youngest depression case that we have heard by the WHO is a 5-year-old. That's how young kids are dealing with depression, and we feel like, oh, it's a phase, it's gonna go away, it's not that big of a deal. Even in the United States, which is a developed country, some people are still scared to come out and say that they do have a mental illness. They may have schizophrenia, they may have PTSD, they may have OCD, they may have anxiety, but they don't want to come out and talk about it because they feel someone's going to call them crazy. In Latinos, in Indian culture, and in many Middle Eastern culture, mental health is not something that they really want to talk about because their thought process is that if you have depression, you're crazy. If you go to a psychologist, you're crazy. And because of that stigma, because of that taboo, little kids, even young adults, do not want to talk about mental illness. So as a society, it's very important. It's very important for us to have psychologists in high schools, and colleges, and middle school, and also elementary school. We need psychologists. So even if a child is going through depression, is going through anxiety, he or she has someone to talk. Society, talk to your parents. I want to tell all the parents that no, it's not a phase. No, it's not their teenager phase. Yes, they're dealing with something. You gotta step up. You gotta help your kids, and you have to understand that they're dealing through something. So you gotta be careful of your child's health. You gotta be careful with your health. So as a society, let's all come forward and talk about mental health and do good for others. So guys, this was my topic today for mental health. I really want that you guys should pay attention to mental health. Go if you need help. Call the numbers that do provide you. I can provide you a link down here so you guys can call on this number and talk about your mental health. Bye everyone, take care. See you next time, and hey, don't forget to hit the bell icon for more notifications. Bye everyone.